This is Eric Olson. I hope every one of you guys had a very nice Thanksgiving, enjoyed time with your family and friends. Now let's get right back into it. You know, they got this hush fund in Congress, an illegal hush fund that has used American taxpayer money to pay off people who have lodged complaints because these law-breaking sexual predators are roaming the halls in Congress, posing as elected officials that give a damn about American law and their constituency. Now, it makes me wonder, what other kind of funds have these treasonous bastards put together? You guys think about that. If they've got a fund for paying off people who have complaints against them for sexual crimes, you can only imagine what else they have, what other kind of funds they have set up. And they won't hesitate to set them up either, because if they didn't hesitate to set up a fund to pay off complainants with American taxpayer money without it being publicly disclosed, these son of a bitches will put together all kinds of little funds. So that's that. Now let's get back into this. Every single person in Washington, D.C., every single person under the Capitol building dome are law-breaking conspirators. Every single one of them. And I'll explain why I say that. Number one, there are senators, past and present, that have used and received funds from that hush fund to pay off complainants because of their lawlessness and their uncontrollable urges. So, they knew about it. The people that set the fund up knew about it. They must have had to have put it in committee and other things and had some type of hush vote on it. And then they had to, figure out how much money they were going to put in it and all of this other stuff. So there are people who participated in the enacting of the fund, using the fund, and then there are people who knew that the fund existed, but they never said anything to the American people. And there are people, just like these women senators, who brought this to the American people's attention during that hearing. The point is, the fund has existed for years. Those women knew about it. Those women senators knew about it, and they even know some names of people that have used the fund, but they didn't disclose it at the hearing. So, there are people who have used the fund, who were participating in setting up the fund. There are people who know about the fund and didn't disclose it, and there are people that know of senators that have used the fund and haven't said anything about it. In other words, every single person in the Capitol building is a conspirator. Every single one of them have full-hearted, full knowledge, knowing that the law has been broken, the law's being broken, women have been violated, and they're not saying anything, to include these women senators. They haven't said anything either. It looks like the personality like Ashley Judd transcends all the way over to D.C. They know about it, but they don't say anything about it. Every single person in Washington, D.C., in that Capitol building, is a conspirator. Another thing, Dianne Feinstein, she's worth almost $80 million, makes 170-something thousand a year. Think about that.